All right, listen up. Imagine getting ice-guyed into a world full of gods and cultivators, only to find out you're a powerless mortal with zero talent. Talk about starting the game on nightmare mode. But get this, the dog he raises is a demon king. The tree he plants is a world tree, and even his random doodles are treated like divine scriptures. The entire world thinks our boy is a hidden god-tier expert, but he's the only one who has absolutely no idea. Meanwhile, over at the Lin Immortal Palace, things are getting seriously tense. They've got demonic and righteous sects breathing down their necks, and now, even the demon clans are making a move. The whole place is on high alert. The elders are running around like headless chickens, trying to rally the disciple for defense. But you know what our saintess is worried about? Making sure the expert on the mountain is living comfortably. Talk about different priorities. The great elder is absolutely losing it. He's yelling, "Why are you so obsessed with that person on the mountain at a time like this? Who even is he?" But she can't just spill the beans, leaving everyone in a super awkward standoff. The elder keeps pressing her for an answer, so she hits him with this bombshell. Masterly likes to eat fish. But because the demons are causing chaos in the lake, the fishmonger hasn't been able to catch anything for a month. The room goes silent. Are you kidding me? The sect is on the brink of collapse, and she's worried about our boy's dinner menu? But in her mind, keeping the expert happy is more important than anything else in the universe. She declares, "I'm going to eliminate the demons and get him some fish." Now that's what I call dedication. The great elder has officially had enough. He's convinced she's been bewitched by some charlatan. So he does the only logical thing in his mind. Orders her to be locked up immediately. No leaving the premises. Right as the elder is grilling her, try to find out who this sinner masterly is that has her so captivated. Guess who shows up unannounced? Speak of the devil. Some unexpected visitors have arrived. It's none other than King Luo and his daughter from the Qianlong dynasty. And they're not just here for a social call. They're on a mission from our boy himself, here to deliver a special gift to the saintess, a divine music score called Ambush on all sides. The saintess sees it and her jaw drops. Now that's what you call a delivery service. King Luo's companion can't stand the ignorance anymore and calls out the great elder. The palace master trusted you with everything before she went into seclusion, but look how stubborn you've become. Now that she's equipped with a god-tier item, the saintess gets bold. She lays it all out. The master left me in charge, so my word is final. If any of you elders have a problem with it, you'll have to get through me first. And this is no empty threat. The 5 elders practice 5 different types of Tao. If they team up, not even the palace master could withstand 10 of their attacks. They're about to teach our girl a serious lesson. But the saintess isn't even sweating. She knows this score is her golden ticket. "Don't you elders want to know who lives on that mountain?" she says. "Fine. Let this new music tell you everything you need to know." Meanwhile, back on a mountain, our boy is just chilling, living his best life, completely unaware of the chaos he's just unleashed. He probably just gave away a random score, but for the cultivation world, it's a world-shaking event. King Luo and his daughter are just watching from the sidelines, totally unconcerned. They've seen Master Li's calligraphy literally turn someone into an immortal. 5 elders? Puffed. That's child's play for the expert. The great elder is still laying down the law, totally clueless. "We won't hurt you," he says, "but if you lose, you have to hand over control of the palace." "Oh, you poor, foolish old man. You have no idea what's coming." The saintess just calmly accepts the challenge. The elders, arrogant as ever, think they've got this in the bag, even muttering, "I wanted to be merciful." Famous last words, my friend. Famous last words. And so it begins. The 5 elders unleash their combined sound attack, a tidal wave of sonic power, all while yelling about how arrogant she is and how she needs to be taught a lesson. But then, the saintess plays the first note of Ambush on all sides, and everything changes. The entire atmosphere shifts. This isn't just music, it's the sound of the Tao itself. This is a whole different level of power. One second the elders are all high and mighty, and the next they are completely stunned. Their ultimate combo attack, the one they were so proud of, just crumbles before the expert's music. It's an instant, overwhelming defeat. An instant defeat. The power of our boy's gift is just insane. King Luo is so moved he's literally crying, asking his daughter, "Did you see that? Master Li's score is incredible." He's actually weeping because he doesn't have a treasure like that. The fangirling is so real. He's so jealous, crying about how they don't have a divine gift from the expert. His daughter's just like, "Dad, are you okay?" She tries to console him by saying they just have to work harder and sacrifice everything for the expert. The devotion is intense. And if that wasn't crazy enough, after playing the divine score, the Sanus's power surges so much that she triggers a heavenly tribulation on the spot. She's breaking through to the saver stage right here, right now. After successfully breaking through, she's like a whole new person, radiating celestial energy. King Luo's daughter is completely mesmerized, calling out to her like she's a true goddess. And what about the elders? They do a complete 180. One minute they wanted to punish her, the next they're fawning over her like she's their grandma. Are you cold? Have some tea. Let us comb your hair. The shift is absolutely hilarious. The light bulb finally goes on in their heads. They realize this wasn't a test. It was a priceless opportunity given to them by the expert on the mountain. They're all kicking themselves for being so foolish and nearly missing out on this incredible blessing. So now, the entire Lin Immortal Palace has a new, unified mission to protect the expert's peaceful, ordinary life at all costs. And what's the first order of business? They heard the expert wants to eat the water demon from Silent Moon Lake. Say no more. Everyone mobilizes immediately. In an instant, cultivators from all over are rushing to the lake, all to fulfill the expert's simple wish for a fish dinner, which they've interpreted as a divine decree. That's the kind of influence our boy has, moving the entire world with a single sentence. Meanwhile, another sect, the Lingyun Immortal Pavilion, gets word of the situation and immediately rushes over to assist. Everyone wants in on this holy mission, but they quickly realize something's off. The demons aren't just random troublemakers. They seem to be targeting a specific artifact called the Fallen Demon Sword. The question is, why all the fuss over this sword now? And that's when Pavilion Master Lin drops an absolute bombshell. It turns out, a few days ago, he used the legendary Fallen Demon Sword to chop firewood at Master Li's house. The act tainted the sword with demonic energy, tricking the demons into thinking it was here. Did you hear that? Using an ancient divine weapon to chop firewood. But instead of questioning it, everyone immediately jumps to the same conclusion. This must be part of Master Li's grand plan. He's intentionally luring the demons out into the open. And the demon they've lured out is no small fry. It's Starfall, one of the 4 heavenly kings under the demon lord himself, a brutal powerhouse at the saver stage. This just confirms everyone's theory. Only a true expert like Master Li would meticulously plan such an elaborate scheme just to eliminate a high-ranking demon. Their ability to overthink is truly next level. And so, our cast of side characters, now fully convinced they're pawns in a divine game, charge into battle against the demon. They know the expert doesn't like to fight, but hey, if it's part of his plan, they've got to see it through. Predictably, they get absolutely wrecked. Starfall swats them away like flies, annoyed that these weaklings are even daring to stand in its way. After easily dealing with the cannon fodder, Starfall follows the sword's aura right to its source. Yep, you guessed it, straight to our boy's front door. It's ready to claim its prize. Gotcha! Starfall lands outside the courtyard, its massive shadow casting a terrifying presence. Little does it know, it's about to face the single most dangerous being in the entire world. It locks its eyes on the man, casually sipping tea in the yard, believing he's the one holding the demon sword. A colossal misunderstanding is about to lead to a very, very one-sided beatdown. Meanwhile, in a completely different part of the world, another group of cultivators runs into a cosmic dead end known as the Starfire Tide. This thing is no joke. Entering it is basically a death sentence. Just as they're about to turn the ship around and find another route, King Luo panics. Wait, we can't turn back now. And right on cue, a miracle happens. The deadly Starfire Tide suddenly parts, creating a safe passage right through the middle, like the parting of the Red Sea. Everyone is stunned. Who could possibly have this kind of influence? Come on, who else could it be? It's got to be Master Li. Turns out, before they left, the second elder visited our boy, who casually wished him a safe journey. And with that one sentence, he literally commanded a cosmic storm to stand down. The second elder's brain completely short-circuits. Just because of one sentence. How can a mortal do this? He wished for God to bless our journey, and it came true. This is ridiculous. And of course, the rest of the crew starts their masterclass in overanalyzing. They conclude that every word from Master Li, even the pair he gave them, was a hidden message telling the elder to just charge through without fear. This level of interpretation is truly an art form. Convinced they have the expert's divine instruction, the second elder gets hyped. Okay, let's rush over it. And with that, they pilot their ship straight into the path cleared by the storm. As they travel through the passage, one of the younger disciples looks out the window and is completely mesmerized by the stunning cosmic view. He's totally captivated, whispering, "So beautiful." Everyone on board is awestruck by the galactic spectacle unfolding outside, gathering to watch the incredible sight, all thanks to the unknowing blessing of our boy. But it gets even crazier. The Starfire Tide doesn't just let them pass. It puts on a full-blown fireworks show for them. You can't make this stuff up. The VIP treatment is unreal. This display completely breaks the minds of other cultivators watching from afar. For generations, they've treated this place as a death zone, and now these guys are getting a parade? They are literally screaming in agony and envy. Why does the Starfire Tide play favorites? It's pure, unfiltered jealousy. And while the entire world is going crazy because of him, our boy Lin Yinfan is just enjoying a peaceful day, taking a stroll through town like a regular person. The contrast is just perfect. He's just soaking in the lively market atmosphere, enjoying the simple pleasures of mortal life. But little does he know, some classic, textbook trouble is heading right his way. Here we go. Some arrogant-looking dude in purple robes is loudly complaining about how boring this town is. The food sucks, the girls aren't pretty enough. His poor disciple is begging him to keep it down, but he couldn't care less. This guy starts bragging about being the heir of the Liu family, acting like he owns the place. He's got that classic, punchable face of a villain who's about to get what's coming to him. And then, he lays his eyes on Daji, who's with our boy. The dude completely loses his mind. He's practically drooling, stunned that such a beautiful woman exists in the world. He looks at our boy, a seemingly ordinary mortal, standing next to this goddess, and the jealousy just boils over. He thinks it's a total waste for such a beauty to be with a commoner. What this idiot doesn't realize is that our mortal has a whole squad of hidden powerhouses with him. King Luo, the Saintess, and the rest of the fan club are right there in the crowd. The moment they see someone disrespecting Master Li, they are ready to throw down. The young master actually walks up and says it. I've taken a liking to this lady, so scram. Before he can even finish his sentence, wham, he gets sent flying by an invisible force. An instant smackdown. And now he's really stepped in it. King Luo, Saintess Qin Manyun, Princess Luo Xiu. They all step forward and announce who they are. The young master is completely baffled. He has no idea how he managed to offend a royalty and cultivation VIP convention. Humiliated and furious, the young master spits out a classic threat. You'll all regret this. My Liu family won't let you get away with this, before making a hasty retreat. His powerful friends immediately rush over to apologize to our boy for not intervening sooner and letting him be frightened. Our boy, of course, is just bewildered by their over-the-top reaction. And after all that, our protagonist sighs and reflects, man, I'm just a mortal. This cultivation world is so dangerous, with the strong preying on the weak. I need to be more careful. He remains completely, blissfully unaware that the entire situation was resolved because of his own insane, hidden influence. Never change, our boy. Never change. Back inside, our boy is deep in his I'm just a helpless mortal feels. He turns to Daji, his face full of guilt, apologizing for being a powerless mortal who put her in danger. Look at him, wallowing in self-pity. Little does he know, Daji completely misreads the room and asks, "Are you not happy with me?" Which just leaves our boy utterly confused. Daji, of course, immediately gets it. Ah, the master is pretending again, she thinks. Meanwhile, our boy is still fuming, grabbing his hair and ranting about how he'd totally beat that Liu brat to a pulp if only he had powers. And Daji, being the ultimate hype woman, is right there with him. MHM, you're right, master. The fangirling is real. Meanwhile, in a place with a completely different vibe, the Green Cloud Valley. We're talking grand halls, solemn statues. This place screams top-tier sect. Two ladies are standing before the statue of their founder, and you can just tell something important is about to go down. A young man is summoned, looking totally confused. Then, a formidable elder appears out of nowhere. The young man's face lights up. It's his father. Looks like the big boss of the sect is making a personal appearance. And now for the most bizarre flex of the century. The son mysteriously calls his father over, only to whip out 2 giant steamed buns from his shirt. He even calls them 2 big, soft, white buns. The dad's expression shifts from confusion to pure rage, thinking his son is just messing with him. Then his daughter joins in, swearing that these are no ordinary buns. They're incredibly powerful. This just makes the old man even madder. He's completely convinced they're teaming up to prank him. I worked my butt off to seal the demon world, and this is how you repay me? With steamed buns. What ungrateful children. They quickly explain the buns came from an expert. This piques his curiosity for a second, but then he learns they're leftovers. The disrespect. He absolutely loses it. You're giving me leftovers? But his son is persistent and tries to shove the bun right into his mouth. You can really feel the family love here. Finally giving in, the elder reluctantly takes the bun to inspect it. And that's when he notices something's off. This bun is perfect. It's flawlessly white, perfectly round, with no impurities. This doesn't seem like leftover food. The gears in his head are starting to turn. The moment he touches it, he's completely mesmerized. This feeling, so soft, so smooth, so bouncy. Look at this guy, lost in the sensation. He's even reminiscing about his wife's hands when she was 18. Bro, it's just a steamed bun, chill out. He can't resist any longer and takes a bite. And then, kaboom! An insane amount of energy erupts from the bun, launching him straight into the sky. He's flying through the air, his face a mask of pure shock. What is this? While airborne, he has a divine revelation. This tastes amazing. It's not just food, it's filled with the flavor of the Tao itself. He's having a full-blown spiritual awakening, seeing visions of gods. This man is literally ascending after eating a leftover steamed bun. Only in our boy's world. And where is our boy while all this divine ascension is happening? Just chilling, completely oblivious as always, with his little robot and his dog. Meanwhile, the old man has finally landed, and he is ecstatic. He's not mad anymore. He's overjoyed that his kids stumbled upon such an incredible opportunity. Now it's time for family debriefing. The kids fill their father in on what happened. Stroking his beard, the old man reflects with newfound gravity. To think there are such extraordinary people outside our green cloud valley. Their entire worldview has just been shattered by a single steamed bun. The old man's mind is racing, convinced this expert is sending him a profound message. As he's deep in thought, a subordinate reports that the saintess from the Lin Immortal Palace is here to see him. Well, speak of the devil. The plot thickens. He decides to meet her personally. Meanwhile, the saintess herself is captivated by a painting in the hall. And this is no ordinary artwork. The creature depicted within seems to be alive, emanating a seriously ominous aura. The elder enters, and the saintess, Qin Man Yun, greets him. After some pleasantries, he's shocked to learn she's already had a breakthrough. She humbly brushes it off, saying she just encountered a great opportunity. The moment he hears great opportunity, the old man's ears perk up. Sounds a lot like his steamed bun epiphany. The saintess cuts right to the chase, bringing up Master Li and the trouble with the Liu family. She casually mentions that she already teamed up with the Qianlong Immortal Dynasty to take care of the Liu family members at the ceremony. Now, she wants the elders' help to wipe out the entire clan. The old man almost spits out his tea. This girl does not mess around. The elder is flabbergasted. Wait, do you have any idea what you're saying? The Liu family had a fusion stage ancestor a century ago. They've produced actual immortals. And the saintess is just like, I know. The sheer confidence is blowing his mind. With a calm smile, the saintess drops the ultimate trump card. They offended Master Li. And that's all it takes. The old man is reeling. Just who is this Master Li that has the saintess of the Lin Immortal Palace willing to start a war for him? The saintess lays out her case. This is a golden opportunity to get on the expert's good side. Plus the Liu family are scumbags anyway, so it's a public service. The elder is getting played like a fiddle, and he knows it, getting so flustered he starts swearing. The old man is still hesitant, insisting he needs to meet this Master Li before making any decisions. But before he can finish his sentence, a terrifying vibration shakes the entire hall, shattering the teacups. Something massive is happening. His subordinate comes running in, panicked. Chief, something's happened at the array. They all look outside, and the sky in the distance is stained in ominous color, pulsing with demonic energy. The sky is now swarming with demons. And that huge one leading the charge looks like an absolute nightmare. That's it. The seal is broken. The demon invasion has begun. The array flag meant to suppress the demons shatters into pieces. An aura of annihilation spreads across the green cloud valley. They are in some serious trouble. And the cause of all this chaos? The young master of the Liu family, still blissfully unaware and daydreaming about his future. He has no clue that the demons he unleashed are about to tear the entire cultivation world apart. Back with the Liu family's protectors, they're trying to contact their young master, but there's no response. They just assume he's off having fun, little realizing he's just kicked off the apocalypse. These two geniuses are busy plotting how to use this little incident to extort the Green Cloud Valley. Their grand plan? If the chaos isn't big enough, they'll just add more fuel to the fire themselves to drive up the price of their help. They have absolutely no idea that their little incident has escalated into a full-scale demon invasion. These purple bat creatures are just the appetizers. Back at the Green Cloud Valley, everyone is frozen in shock. Staring up at the two colossal demons battling in the sky, the old sect master can't help but let out a curse. Shit. The Saintess immediately figures it out. They're trying to destroy the array completely and unleash all the demons. She brings up their recent encounter with the demon meteor, explaining they would have been wiped out if not for Masterly. The mention of the demon meteor, a divine fetus realm monster, turns everyone's face pale. There's no time to waste. The cultivators rally together, determined to fight their way to the center of the array and stop this catastrophe. Right on cue, the great protector of the Liu family makes his grand entrance. Descending from the sky wrapped in a golden aura, he looks every bit the savior. The people below, desperate for help, actually start bowing to him. But then, he shares a knowing, evil laugh with the lead demon. Of course, they're in this together. It was all a setup, a classic case of the arsonist pretending to be the firefighter. The Green Cloud Valley's chief is shaking with fury. How dare you? But before he can finish, the demon attacks. The old chief manages to block it, but it's clear he's been injured in the process. And then things get even worse. The demon announces it's sacrificing itself to summon an even more terrifying entity, Lord Yucha. Everyone on the battlefield is stunned. This is it. They're really doomed now. The sacrificial ritual begins, and a massive explosion rocks the entire area. The cultivators are thrown around like rag dolls, completely disoriented by the sheer force of the blast. A portion of Lord Yucha's power descends upon the world, manifesting as a monstrous, single-eyed beast that radiates an aura of pure, hopeless terror. In this moment of absolute despair, the Saintess and her allies are pushed back, completely overwhelmed by this new power. They're utterly helpless against it. The demon god begins to take its full form in the sky, its immense size and terrifying presence sending shivers down the spine of every single person on the ground. The Green Cloud Valley chief's face is drained of all color. Things are about to get a whole lot worse, he mutters. This is way beyond their league. This is a world-ending catastrophe. Every cultivator present understands the gravity of the situation. If this demon fully manifests, the entire cultivation world is toast, unless a literal god descends to save them. They resolve to fight to their last breath to stop it. However, their combined attacks might as well be tickling the demon god. They can't even scratch it. A profound sense of powerlessness washes over everyone. Facing this hopeless situation, the Saintess can't help but think of one person. Is this also part of the expert's plan? Will he help us? She wonders, clinging to a sliver of hope. Mustering her courage, she launches another attack at the demon god, but it's like a moth flying into a flame. She's effortlessly swatted away. Just as she's about to be consumed by the demon, a golden light flashes before her. It's the paper crane our boy gave her. It has flown out on its own, emitting a gentle yet immensely powerful light. The demon god pauses for a moment, confused by the tiny paper crane. Then it attacks. But it quickly realizes this is no ordinary piece of paper. The power it contains is beyond its comprehension. I don't care what you are, it roars in frustration. You can't stop me. The demon is forced back again and again by the paper crane's power. It realizes with dawning horror that this little thing is its natural enemy. It lets out a cry of pure terror. Why does something so horrifying exist? This world is too dangerous. I want to go home. Finally, as everyone watches in stunned silence, the paper crane transforms into a pillar of light that pierces the heavens, completely purifying the once invincible demon god. A world-ending crisis, solved effortlessly by a single piece of folded paper. The next day, with the crisis averted, the whole crew comes to thank our boy. The Saintess explains that it was all thanks to the paper crane he gave her. Our boy, of course, is completely baffled. He just says he slept like a log and didn't hear a thing. Then he starts marveling at how amazing cultivators are. Their strength must be far greater than I imagined. He has absolutely no clue that the MVP of last night's battle was his own handiwork. As a token of their gratitude, the folks from Green Cloud Valley decide to give our boy a tour of their sect. As they approach, everyone is absolutely stunned by the breathtaking, paradise-like scenery. The young lady from the valley warmly explains that her father, the chief, specifically designated this area to entertain him. Now that's what you call the VIP treatment. The moment they step inside, a gigantic immortal crane takes flight, creating a dazzling flash of light as if to welcome the honored guest. The special effects are on point. The path is lined with mystical flowers and plants, thick with spiritual energy. Our boy is like a kid in a candy store, completely mesmerized by everything and just letting out a constant stream of wow. Little does he know, All these natural wonders are actually being artificially created in real time by the valley's disciples who are frantically casting spells behind the scenes. They're working their butts off to impress the big shot. Just look at these poor disciples, practically on the verge of collapsing from exhaustion, but still being ordered by the elders to pump out more power. Being an NPC in the presence of greatness is a tough gig. Finally, they arrive at the main hall, the Green Cloud Pavilion. The doors swing open to reveal 2 rows of beautiful female disciples welcoming them, with flower petals raining from the sky. This is a welcome fit for an emperor. Our boy is completely taken aback by this extravagant welcome. Meanwhile, his entourage of fans behind him are just beaming with pride, their faces screaming. See? This is what happens when you follow the right master. Once he's seated, a disciple immediately serves him tea. Our boy looks down into the cup, and well, the tea is literally glowing with spiritual energy. This is definitely not your average Lipton. His face is once again a perfect picture of shock. And in the background, his fangirls are already whispering amongst themselves. They're admitting they only follow Master Li to get a taste of these heavenly treasures. Just look at their blissful faces. They know they hit the jackpot. Meanwhile, back at our boy's seemingly ordinary courtyard, a storm is brewing. Look at his little dog, Blackie. Usually he's a good boy, but when uninvited guests threaten his master's peace and quiet, he goes full demon hound, eyes glowing red, roaring, "How troublesome!" And, just as expected, the yard is in total chaos. Some wild boar demon just waltzed in, and with a single sneeze, he cracks the very ground, paralyzing some poor soul on the spot. The white fox is freaking out, yelling, "Wild boar demon!" The situation just got real. But this boar demon's arrogance lasts all of 2 seconds. The moment he lays eyes on Lord Blackie, he completely folds. 1 second he's thinking, "How dare he make fun of me?" And the next, he's on the ground, begging for his life. "Lord Blackie, it's my fault. Please forgive me." Talk about a power dynamic. Image processing failed, skipping. While the boar is busy groveling, the other pets are having their own little meeting. The black cat is giving the new white cat a lecture, telling her she's too weak and might embarrass their master. But the white cat is all ears, practically begging for training. The black cat, ever that Sundara, just coughs and says, "Fine, since you're cute, I guess I can teach you a thing or two." After dealing with the intruder, the white fox and the boar quickly thank Lord Blackie. And right at that moment, something magical happens. The entire courtyard transforms, revealing its true form. A literal paradise, a divine realm. The newcomers are absolutely stunned. They're finally realizing what kind of godly place they've stumbled into. And now it's time for the grand tour. They're gawking at everything, top-grade vegetables that literally glow, a whole freaking ice mountain that just exists in the backyard. Their minds are completely blown. The white fox is especially shocked, exclaiming, "The mountain's sister has spent her entire time in an environment like this?" The sheer level of flex is off the charts. Before they can even process the shock, the yard's original residents start showing up. A sword-wielding skeleton, a flaming beast, an ice spirit, legendary beings, all of them. They curiously look over the newcomers, asking, are they the minions the master keeps outside? Well, things are getting lively. The ice spirit is looking down on them, while the skeleton tries to play peacemaker, saying they're all companions. But then the fire dragon chimes in, escalating things immediately. "I think they could take my dragon fire test." He's basically offering to use them as target practice. The dragon immediately hones in on the boar demon, saying his thick skin makes him perfect for training. The boar is terrified out of his mind, frantically refusing. "No, no, no. You gotta be kidding. I'll be roasted alive." Meanwhile, the skeleton sees an opportunity and tries to recruit them, promising great rewards if they convert to his peaceful ways. These guys are getting way too excited about their new trainees. The ice spirit and fire dragon even decide to team up, proposing a hot and cold special training course for the poor little fox. Look at their eager faces. The fox is already backing away in terror. Just as they're about to fight over who gets to torture the newcomers first, lightning flashes, and an even more terrifying presence descends. Everyone freezes. Is the final boss stepping in personally? Whoa, is Butler going to teach them in person? The ultimate power move just shut everyone up. So, while his backyard is turned into a boot camp for gods and demons, what is our completely oblivious hero up to? The scene cuts, and there he is, having a pleasant chat with a beautiful lady who's asking him, "Where are you reading this?" The contrast is just perfect.